Hello, welcome to this Pilates class with the dance floor activist, me, Matthew Black. We're focusing the class around flow. So we're looking to create flowing motions that dynamically work out the body. So coming to stand, feet hip width apart, remove your shoes and socks. If you've got a mat, great. If not, doing it on the carpet or the floor will be fine. Perhaps you could lay a blanket out or a towel out underneath you for certain elements so it doesn't feel uncomfortable. We're going to stand, feet hip width apart, relax the knees, drop the tailbone down and relax the shoulders away from the ears. Then imagine that I'm pulling you up just here by the tuft of your hair on your crown, so you're elongating your spine. Lovely. From there, rolling the shoulders, then rolling the elbows, then rolling the arms in a big circle and relax. Let's do that again, and this time when we take the arms up in the air, looking to raise the heels off the floor, exhale and roll back down. Lovely. Inhale and exhaling deep down into the lungs, and one more of those. Coming up and relaxing down. Now we're going to take the legs wider. Your toes can point out to a direction that's comfortable for you. Taking the right arm up and over, running the left hand down the leg, coming up and then reaching away. And let's do that on the other side, reaching up and over with the arm, reaching out and away. Lovely. So let's try and create some flow in this movement. So notice my hips are staying in the position. It's my chest that is isolating the movement and taking that direction. Now we're just going to take the legs even wider now and bend the right leg, keeping the left leg straight. Coming up and bending the other leg. Lovely. I'm going to do the same move but from a side angle. Now you notice that my bottom's pushing backwards and my knee is staying over my ankle. So we're moving one way and the other. And pulling the tummy in so you don't end up collapsed but engaged in this position. Sliding one way and the other, so keeping that flow going. I'm going to face the same way as you are again. So floating one way and the other. Floating one way and the other. And you should feel this in your thigh muscles. Let's take the hands out, and as we move from one direction, slide the arms open over the straight leg. Now push down into the whole of the foot to make this a strong position for your knees. Sliding one way and sliding the other. And if you can open up further over your straight leg, but don't let your knee start collapsing in. Keep that good technique, that good strong technique in your thighs. Pushing the bottom back, sucking the tummy in, flowing from one side to the other, and thinking about the strength in your thighs and the warmth you're developing in your body. And then toe heel all the way in. We're coming to the bottom of the mat and taking a roll down. Now we do roll downs in Pilates, mainly to really stretch out the lower back and give some mindfulness to relax the shoulders and the neck muscles. So letting the neck muscles relax, let the arms feel the weight of gravity, the head feel the weight of gravity. If this feels really uncomfortable, you can crawl down your legs instead. Bending the knees and tucking the tailbone under. So really thinking about tucking the tail under. Coming down, giving yourself a wobble. Are your neck muscles and your shoulder muscles relaxed? Can you dangle them about like a gorilla or like a clacker in a bell? Then walking out onto all fours. Let's warm up the wrists by just taking the shoulders round in little circles around the wrist. Coming one way and then coming the other. And then from here, reach the arms forward and come down onto the elbows. Walk the knees back, tuck the tailbone under and feel the strength in your stomach muscles. Reaching the right arm out and then rainbowing it in a big circle and coming back, putting the elbow on the floor. Taking the left arm out, rainbowing a big circle and coming back. Now, I want you to be careful you're not doing this. So you know if you're in a plank position because you're able to tuck the tailbone under and squeeze your bum cheeks together. Now, you can do the same exercise as I just demonstrated on the knees. Or, if you want to make it more challenging, tuck the toes under and lift the knees off the floor. Engage the leg muscles and have another go. Coming up and over, and then on the other side. Coming up and over. Let's do one more on each side, whether you're on the knees or you're on your toes. And if you want a breathing pattern, inhale and exhale. And then resting the knees on the floor and pushing your bottom towards your heels and your forehead on the floor. And giving yourself a little moment to catch your breath. Now I'd like you to lie down on your side. So you could lie on your right side to begin with. And you can rest your hand on your arm or use a pillow. Your other hand is going to hold the floor to stop you from rocking about. And here you might want to put a towel under your hip, especially if you haven't got a mat to lay on. Flex the toes and take the top leg up to the ceiling. Now notice that my toe and my knee are pointing towards the camera here. And then coming down, pull the knee into the chest towards the elbow. So we're flowing this movement up and in. Now it's tempting to externally rotate at the hip here as you extend the leg up and use your thigh or quadricep muscles rather than your hip abductor muscles. But we're looking to feel the engagement here in the side of the leg as we do this movement. Oh, and I'm really feeling that now. If you want a breathing pattern, breathe out as you bring the knee in. Breathe in as you float the leg up and coming to rest. Now we're going to do the same move on the other side. So I'm going to flip myself round. Lie back down. Use the hand as a prop here. Abducting and contracting. Inhale and exhale. Now you don't need to worry about how high the leg's coming. Ooh. Instead, the focus is on feeling the muscles in your body work. Let's do 2 more of those. Oi, oi, oi. There we go. And coming to rest. So we're going to roll onto the belly and do an exercise in prone position. I'm going to ask you to move between 2 shapes, and I call these 2 shapes Spirit of Ecstasy and Dirty Dancing. Now I'm sure they've got more technical names that, feel free to shout at the camera. We're going to start, first of all, however, resting the elbows on the floor and the hands on the floor, pushing the lower ribs into the floor and extending the top of the spine up. Now you want to feel the engagement of the muscles in the top of the spine here, taking the shoulders away from the ears. Now if you're feeling this in your lower back, you need to engage your leg muscles and thrust your pubic bone down into the floor. If you're still feeling this in your lower back, then put a complete works of Shakespeare between your thighs and squeeze it, unless of course you've got a handy yoga block. Now if you're able to, I want you to extend the arms as though you're baby in Dirty Dancing. Exhale, rest down, but inhale, take the arms to a spirit of ecstasy. And then come down, extend the arms forward. See if you can take the knees and the feet off the floor. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, resting down. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, resting down. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, resting down. Let's do 2 more of them on your own. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, resting down. Inhale into the spirit of ecstasy. Exhale, resting down. Inhale, Dirty Dancing. Exhale, resting down. 1 more. Inhale, spirit of ecstasy. Exhale, pressing back to child's pose, giving yourself a little stretch. Now, whenever I suggest going to child's pose, if this position doesn't feel very comfortable, you could pop a pillow underneath your thighs, in between your calves, and underneath your forehead. And hopefully you're feeling a nice release in the lower back and a little bit of relaxation. So we're going to come to sitting now, taking the legs just outside the hips, sitting up really tall. I'm going to draw the left hand to the right foot. Now see if you can get your little finger to brush the little toe and extend this free arm out the back. So reaching as far as you can and using your tummy muscles to draw you forward. Exhaling as you go. Inhale, opening up. Exhale, all the air from your lungs. Inhale, lifting up. Now imagine that you're drawing the move from your head first. So it's your arm, head, and then the rest of your body. Inhale, coming up. Arm, head, the rest of the body. Inhale, coming up. And then arm, head, the rest of the body. And then arm, head, the rest of the body. And then resting the hands behind yourself. I'm going to bend the right knee. Now my fingertips are facing towards the back corners of the room. And I'd like you to push down into the foot and lift up into this shoulder, into this reverse bridge position, and then rest back down. Now we're going to do the same on the other side. Now be careful not to lift too high if you feel uncomfortable in the front of the shoulders in your rotator cuffs here. So you could do a little mini version, just coming up slightly and then resting down and swapping over, coming up a little bit. The idea with all exercise is that you're trying to move from where you are into a more mobility and more strength and more stamina. You're not trying to do anything that's uncomfortable and hurts, because we all get there slowly at our own pace. And sometimes, certain things just aren't right for our bodies. So let's have another go. This time I'm going to add to the move, but you stick to a version that suits you. Pushing down to rise up, and if you can, let's kick the leg. And coming down. Extending the other leg, pushing down, rising up. And resting down, lovely. Let's do that with one flowing motion. The noise is optional. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. Now you notice I'm avoiding dropping the hips as I move here. So I'm coming up, holding that line, and the leg then kicks, avoiding dropping the hips. So let's do one more. Coming to rest down. Lovely. Now I'm going to hold the backs of the legs. In fact, let's stretch the wrists out first of all. So bring the back of the hands to the floor and then stir some pots, just stretching those wrists out. Then holding the backs of the legs, rolling down the mat. And I'd like you to bring both knees over the hips and the feet in line with your mantle shelf, if you've got one. Let's take the left leg into the air and flex it. Take the left hand to support the head, roll onto the left elbow and lift the right hand to the left foot. And reach, 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 and rest. Let's swap. Reaching the left hand to the right foot, support the weight of your head with your hand and reach, 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 and relax. Swapping over. Reach, 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 and relax. And again, reach, 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 and relax. Now we're going to do that again in a moment. Give yourself a little break between the sets. I don't want you to feel this in your neck muscles, though it's quite hard sometimes to isolate which muscles you want to relax and which muscles you want to contract. But we're looking to engage the stomach muscles, but we don't need to use the neck muscles in this exercise. So let's have another go, really supporting the head this time. Now notice I'm rolling right onto the elbows so that my head can support, so that my arm can support the weight of my head and my neck is relaxed. So let's start again, extending the left leg, extending the right arm, rolling onto the left elbow. Now make sure you've got a relaxed neck this time. And 1, let's go for 10, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and down. Now you can bend your knees as much as you need to. If you've got tight hamstrings, it's going to be hard to get your leg tool straight. You notice mine isn't. Of course, if you're very flexible, you might be able to reach further than your foot. So let's have a go on the other side. We're going for 10. Rolling onto the elbow, supporting the weight of the head. 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathing out, in, 8, 9, 10. Oi! Pulling the knees into the chest, crossing the ankles over and rotating the knees round into a circle. Massaging your sacrum on the floor beneath you. Then crossing the ankles over the other way and moving the knees in the opposite direction. Now we're going to do a few more moves before stretching out. So bringing the feet to the floor, knees in the air, then draw the feet in so you can just about touch them with the tips of your fingers. Press the hands down into the floor next to your hips. Then suck the belly in and roll it into the floor, pushing down to raise up your hips. And then resting through every vertebra until your sacrum is resting back on the floor. So coming up, deep inhale, exhale, rolling and massaging the back in the floor as you roll down. Now to add some flow into this, let's draw the arms to face the ceiling and rest the shoulders into the floor. Inhale, taking the arms above the head. Exhale, bringing the hands to look or point back at the ceiling. Now notice as I did this, that my shoulders remain heavily resting in the weight of gravity on the floor. If you find that you're lifting your shoulders up, it suggests that perhaps you've got a little bit of neck tension that you haven't isolated to drop away. Let's do one of those with that thought in mind. Then bringing the knees into the chest and giving yourself a little hug. Now I've rolled off the mat here, so I'm going to shift myself back down. Let's take the knees down to the right side of the body, the arms open to the ceiling, and give yourself a little spine twist to stretch out that lower back. Try and relax the arms and relax the knees down. If you want a bit more of a stretch, tuck the knees in further and use your hand to add some weight to those knees. Then engaging the belly muscles, coming back to center and then lying the knees down the other way. Oh, that feels nice. Lovely, tucking the knees into the chest and giving yourself a little rock up to sitting. I'm going to finish the class sitting cross-legged. Now I sit quite tightly close here, but feel free to sit with your legs further out or even like this. Whatever's comfortable for you. Can be helpful sometimes to sit on a pillow, especially if you've got tightness in this area. Walking the fingertips away, sitting really tall and taking the right ear to the ceiling. Looking to feel the stretch right down the side of your neck. And then gazing down at the left hand. Taking the left ear to the ceiling. And gazing down at the right hand. Coming to round the shoulders off. Imagine those elbows are being drawn away from you. Sitting up, if you can, interlace the fingers, opening the chest. And thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed the class. I hope you feel like your body has flowed through some dynamic movements, encourage some blood to pump around the body and make you feel ready for the day, ready for the evening, or ready for a hot bath before going to sleep. The sun has just come out and streamed into the room, so it looks like it's going to be a nice evening here. Have a really great day and thank you so much.